Rock, minerals and soil. Rocks have minerals in them. A rock may contain one or more minerals in it. The quality or quantity of a mineral depends upon the type of a rock. Different types of rocks are formed in different manners. We can classify rocks into 3 groups according to their formation. 1. Igneous rocks. 2. Sedimentary rocks. 3. Metamorphic rocks. 1. Igneous rocks. The earth is very hot from inside. The rocks inside the earth are in molten form. These hot molten rocks are called magma. The hot magma is pushed upward by the pressure of other rocks. Some of the magma cools and becomes hard below the surface of the earth. Some of it flows out through a volcano and reaches on the surface of the earth and is called lava. When magma or lava cools, it becomes hard and forms igneous rocks. Different igneous rocks contain different minerals. The type of igneous rock formed depends on the kind of mineral the magma or lava contains and size of the mineral particles. Here are some igneous rocks. Granite. Granite forms when magma cools below the surface of the earth. It has 3 main minerals: quartz, feldspar and mica. The color of granite, gray, pink or black, depends upon the content of feldspar. Granite is very hard. It is used to make buildings and statues. Pumice. Pumice has many holes and pockets. Pockets are formed due to the gases which have trapped inside it at the time of its formation. The holes and pockets make pumice very light in weight. Pumice is of light gray or cream in color. It is used to scrub dirt from the body. Dentists use pumice in powder form for polishing our teeth. Obsidian. Obsidian is like a glass. It is black or green in color. It has sharp edges. Due to its sharp edges, it is used to make cutting tools. Basalt. It is a dense dark rock. It forms when lava cools just above the surface of the earth. 2. Sedimentary rocks. As water flows, it carries soil, pebbles, sand, clay or little pieces of rock. These settle down in rivers or oceans in layers. As more and more layers get added, the lower layers of sediment gets pressed down. The layers are cemented together by minerals. Gradually all these layers turns into rocks and forms sedimentary rocks. Plants and animals which died thousands of years ago got buried under the layers of soil, pebbles etc. These remains of plants and animals changed into sedimentary rocks over the years. Impressions of these dead plants and animals became imprinted in the rocks. The remains of dead plants and animals or their impressions in rocks are called fossils. Scientists study fossils to know about plants and animals that lived in the past. Some sedimentary rocks can be found on seashores, on river banks and near glaciers, high in the mountains. There are many kinds of sedimentary rock. The kinds of sedimentary rocks depend upon from which material they are made of. Let us study about some of them. Sandstone. Sandstone is made from the particles of sand that get cemented together. It may be pink, yellow, brown or red in color. It is used in construction of buildings. The Red Fort in New Delhi is made of red sandstone. Conglomerate. It is formed from pebbles and gravel. These are cemented together by minerals and sand. Conglomerate is a rough rock. It is found in gray and orange color. It is used as an ornamental rock and for polishing ornaments. Shale. Shale is made up of clay and mud particles. These particles are piled up in layers. These layers can be easily seen. It is used to make tiles and bricks. Limestone. Limestone is formed from the remains of sea creatures, especially from shells and bones of sea creatures. It is gray or white in color. It is made up of a calcite mineral. Chalk is the form of limestone. Limestone is used for making bricks, glass and cement. 3. Metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rock is the result of the transformation of either igneous rock or sedimentary rock. Due to great heat and pressure under the earth, cause change in igneous rock or sedimentary rock. The change takes place in the minerals of these rocks. In some rocks, the minerals are stretched into flat particles, while in other rocks, particles of minerals are broken into smaller ones. These changes make metamorphic rocks. There are various kinds of metamorphic rocks. Slate. Slate is a metamorphic rock. It is made from shale. Shale is a sedimentary rock. Slate can split into layers. It is used to make slates and blackboards. Marble. Marble is a metamorphic rock which is made from limestone. It is found in many colors. It is used in construction of buildings and statues. The Taj Mahal in Agra is constructed from white marble. Quartzite. Quartzite is a metamorphosed form of sandstone. It is used for making statues. Gneiss. Gneiss is a metamorphic rock which is formed from granite. Minerals. Minerals are natural resources that are found in rocks. Some minerals are metallic and some are non-metallic. 1. Metallic minerals. Metallic minerals have metal in them. These metallic minerals are called ores. Ores are found in rocks. Metals are taken out, extracted, from the ores. Iron, aluminium, copper, zinc, gold and silver are some metals. We get iron from hematite ore, aluminium from bauxite ore and copper from pyrite ore. These metals are mainly used for making utensils, wires, machines etc. Gold and silver are precious metals. These are used for making jewelry. Precious stones like diamond, sapphire and emeralds are also taken out from rocks. They are shaped and polished and made into jewelry. Diamond is the hardest substance. 2. Non-metallic minerals. Fossil fuels. Coal, crude oil and natural gas are fossil fuels. These are valuable underground natural resources. Fossil fuels are formed from the remains of plants and animals that buried inside the earth millions of years ago. Over the years, due to Earth's heat and pressure, remains of plants and animals decayed and converted into fossil fuels. Coal. Coal is mined from the coal mines under the ground. It is formed from the remains of thick swampy forests which got buried deep inside the earth and start decaying. Dead plants converted into coal due to Earth's heat and pressure over the thousands of years. Coal mines are found in Dhanbad, Jharkhand, and Raniganj, West Bengal. Asia has more than 1/3 of the world's coal. Coal has been used as a fuel for hundreds of years. These days coal is used as a fuel in homes for cooking, in factories for producing heat and in thermal power plants for producing electricity. Crude oil and natural gas. Crude oil and natural gas are formed from the remains of plants and animals that lived in the seas. Millions of years ago, when they died, they sank into the seabed. They buried and got covered with sand. Over millions of years, remains changed into crude oil and natural gas. Crude oil is found under the seabed or under land that was once covered by the sea. It is obtained through oil wells. Crude oil is obtained from Ankleshwar in Gujarat, Digboi in Assam and Bombay High on the Mumbai coast. Crude oil is a thick and black liquid. We refine it before we use it. It is refined in an oil refinery. On refining of crude oil, we get petrol, diesel and kerosene oil. Petrol, diesel or kerosene oil are mainly used as fuel. Petrol is also used for dry cleaning or for making printing ink. When crude oil is refined, lubricant oil and paraffin wax are also obtained. Paraffin wax is used to make candles, waterproof cartons and polish. Crude oil also helps to make plastic, fertilizer, medicines and cosmetics. Natural gas is found underground near crude oil deposits. It is also used as a fuel. Conservation of natural resources. Natural resources like coal and crude oil are non-renewable sources of energy. We cannot use them anymore if we exhaust them. They also cause pollution. They should not be used carelessly or wasted. We should use renewable sources of energy which are non-polluting. These sources of energy are like solar energy, wind energy, water energy or geothermal energy. Solar energy. A solar panel collects the sun's energy to make electricity. Wind energy. Wind turns windmill to make electricity. Water energy. Water energy is used in a hydroelectric plant to make electricity. Dams are constructed and water is fallen from height to rotate turbines to produce electricity. Geothermal energy. The word geothermal is made up of two words, geo and thermal. Geo means earth and thermal means heat. Thus, energy contained within the heat of the earth is called geothermal energy. Geothermal energy can be used to make electricity. Soil. Soil is the topmost layer of the earth. It is essential for plants to grow. It supports to the plants. Plants need soil to grow in. They get nutrients from the soil. Their roots hold on to the soil to keep the plants in place. Plants provide food to all living things on this planet. It means if there is no soil on earth, no plants on the earth. No plants means no food. No food means no animals on the earth. Therefore, soil is the foundation of all life on earth. Formation of soil. Millions of years ago, there were only water, air and hard rocks on the earth. The sun heated the rocks. The rain made them cold and wind blew over them. This continued for many thousands of years. Due to this, rocks broke down into small pieces. Consequently, water and air carried them and these small pieces further broke down into smaller pieces. These pieces rubbed against each other. These small pieces further broke down into tiny particles. These tiny particles further changed and became soil. This is called weathering of rocks. Thus, weathering of a rock is a very long process in which rock changes into smaller and smaller stones and finally into soil over the thousands of years. 1. In the beginning, the entire earth was covered with rocks. 2. Heat from the sun heated earth and rain cooled it. 3. As a result, the rocky surface cracked. 4. Gradually, the rocks formed into pebbles, sand, silt and clay. 5. With time, the rocks broke into small pieces. 6. The wind and flowing water widened the cracks. Layers of soil. There are 4 layers of soil which are as follows. 1. The uppermost layer of soil is called topsoil. It contains humus, dead plants and animals, and minerals. The most roots grow in topsoil. If we dig up some soil in our garden, we dig only topsoil. 2. The subsoil lies below the topsoil. It has less humus and minerals than topsoil. The humus and minerals are brought in from topsoil by the seeping water. This layer is hard and less porous than topsoil. 3. The third layer is of weathered rocks. Bits which are bigger than soil particles lies in subsoil and topsoil. 4. The last layer is unweathered parent rock. This can be turned into soil after millions of years. Soil erosion. Wind, rain and running water helped in formation of soil. But sometimes they harm the soil as well. They affect the soil and its fertility. Sometimes as the wind blows or as the water flows, they take topsoil with them. This taking away of topsoil by wind or water is called soil erosion. Topsoil has humus, dead plants and animals, and minerals. Thus, soil erosion makes fertile land as less fertile or barren. Land affected by soil erosion cannot produce sufficient to feed all the living beings. Therefore, we should stop or control soil erosion. Soil erosion by running water. Running water causes soil erosion. Heavy rains cause floods. Flooded river also causes soil erosion. The running water from a hill slope take away the topsoil and make unfit the hill slope for cultivation. The river which flows down the hill carry lots of mud with it. When the river reaches in the plains, the flow of the river slows down and the soil deposits in the plains along its way. Over a period of time, soil accumulates. It means lots of soil has been eroded and placed in the plains. The river cannot continue to flow over it. It makes the river to change its course. Whenever a river changes its course, it causes lots of destruction which results into loss of many lives and properties. The river flows over the villages and towns causing floods and a lot of destruction. The Huanghe, Yellow River in China often have changed its course. The Kosi River in Bihar also has changed its course very often. The Chambal Valley in Madhya Pradesh became barren because of soil erosion by water. Soil erosion by wind. When strong winds blow, the top layer of the dry soil blow away. It happens more in those areas where there are few or no plants. This is because roots of the plants hold the soil in place. In deserts also, strong winds blow. Due to this, sand blows across the desert and nearby areas. Dust storms and sandstorms are the examples of soil erosion by wind. Soil erosion by human beings. 1. The roots of plants and trees hold the soil together. The cutting of trees by people is called deforestation. It causes soil erosion as trees are cut down and soil become loose. Loose soil is easily carried away by wind. 2. Sometimes land is overgrazed by animals. It means grass and small plants are eaten by animals. It makes the topsoil exposed and unprotected. 3. Sometimes farmers plow hill slopes. It loosens the soil and this soil can be eroded easily. 4. When a farmer has harvested the crop, the fields lie vacant for some time. At this time wind or rain blow off the topsoil easily. Soil conservation. Soil conservation means to conserve or protect soil against erosion. It can be done in the following ways. In plains. 1. Whenever trees are cut down, new trees should be planted. This is called reforestation. 2. After harvesting of crops and before raising next crop, fields are lying free. The topsoil of these fields can be eroded as fields are lying free. So, farmers should grow seasonal vegetables or fodder for animals as cover crops to protect the topsoil until the next crop is planted. The roots of plants of these cover crops hold soil together and prevent it from erosion. 3. Trees or bushes can be grown along the boundary of the fields. They act as a shield against strong winds. 1. Changing of hill slope into steps reduce soil erosion. Steps slow down the flow of water. Out of the total soil eroded from one step gets deposited some soil on the next step. It reduces soil erosion. This type of farming is called step farming. 2. Growing trees on the hill slopes and on its sides also conserve soil. Grasses can also be grown on the hillsides. Their roots hold soil in place. They do need much care and spread quickly. Growing trees on plains or hill slopes to create forest is called afforestation. Near rivers. In rainy season, flood come in many rivers. Embankments along the river banks should be built. It prevents river bank soil from erosion and hold the water between the banks of the river. It also prevents river from flooding in nearby areas. Trees should be grown on both sides of the river. Quick recap. Different types of rocks are made up of different minerals. Rocks are of three kinds: igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks are formed from cooled magma or lava. Sedimentary rocks are formed from soil, pebbles, sand and remains of plants and animals. All these are cemented together by minerals. Metamorphic rocks are formed due to changes in igneous and sedimentary rocks due to Earth's heat and pressure. Fossil fuels are formed from the remains of plants and animals that buried inside the Earth millions of years ago. Coal, crude oil and natural gas are fossil fuels. These are non-renewable sources of energy. We should not use them carelessly. We should also use renewable sources of energy. Solar energy, wind energy, water energy and geothermal energy are renewable sources of energy. Soil is the foundation of all life on Earth. The wearing down or carrying away of soil by wind or water is called soil erosion. The conservation or protection of soil against erosion is called soil conservation. Soil is conserved by reforestation, afforestation, step farming and embankments.